The axe has enlarged the borders of our settlements. The population has steadily increased, notwithstanding the waste that has been made in the camp, siege, and the battlefield. And the country, rejoicing in the consciousness of augmented strength and vigor, is permitted to expect continuance of years with large increase of freedom. The gracious gifts of the Most High God, who while dealing with us in anger of our sins, hath nevertheless remembered mercy. It has seemed to me fit and proper that they should be solemnly, reverently, and gratefully acknowledged as with one heart and one voice by the whole American people. I do therefore invite my fellow citizens in every part of the United States to set apart and observe the last Thursday of November next, at the day of Thanksgiving and praise to our beneficent Father, who dwelleth in the heavens. And I recommend to them that while offering up the ascriptions justly due to him for such singular deliverances and blessings, they do also, with humble penitence for our national perverseness and disobedience, and fervently implore the interposition of the Almighty hand to heal the wounds of the nation, to restore it as soon as may be consistent with the divine purposes, to the full enjoyment of peace, harmony, tranquility, and union.
Wow. There is so much more to the story of that proclamation. And there is much more to the false history around what occurred in Plymouth at the first Thanksgiving. There is so much more about how these two stories are foundational stones of the great American mythos. You are invited to fully consider the proclamation, especially in regards to the deeply ingrained religious beliefs around this holiday and the complete erasure of the indigenous peoples, who would not be fellow citizens for another 61 years, and whose right to vote is still being legislated today. The work that we have been doing and the work we still need to face is that there are many beloved myths to debunk, many false traditional narratives to unravel in order to uncover the kernels of truth, and the very difficult relational work of addressing the trauma for Indigenous people. Canadian writer and former social worker Kai Cheng Tom writes, I think the major difference between a social justice and a white colonial lens on trauma is the assumption that trauma recovery is the reclamation of safety. That safety is a resource that simply is out there for the taking, and all we need to do is work hard enough at therapy